The year 1972 brought Japan an animated TV series called Science Ninja Team Gatchaman. In the West though, we know the series as Battle of the Planets. The original was imported and processed, some might say butchered, for the kiddies television of 1978. But this brief video is not about the series and its history. Instead, it introduces the ship at the center of the story, at least in the 1978 Battle of the Planets version. You might consider this video a tribute, so don't expect godlike expertise. And before you wonder, no, this is not AI. I am not AI. Nothing you see in this video is AI. If my videos were AI or AI assisted, it would not take so long to produce them. Before the Odyssey of Ulysses 31, the French-Japanese animated series, before the Refit Enterprise, before the Liberator, there was Godot Phoenikusu, or the God Phoenix. Well, did it earn that name? The Phoenix was a large aircraft capable of vertical takeoff and landing, and it was the primary craft of G-Force. It transported G-Force to the ends of the Earth, and in Battle of the Planets, even further, for it was perfectly capable of interstellar travel. It was armed with missiles, about 20 bird missiles and 2 Super Bird missiles, and had a retractable cannon. It was also virtually indestructible, although we should underline the word virtually. As Sal 9000 said, Phoenix was the tutor of Achilles. But as any Harry Potter fan can tell you, a phoenix is a bird of fire, reborn from its own ashes. Herodotus and Plutarch wrote that the phoenix of classical myth came from Ethiopia and was a bird of matchless splendor and remarkable longevity. In the mythology of the ancient Egyptians, the phoenix was also known as the Bennu and was a symbol of the solar cycle. The Phoenix of Battle of the Planets, with its fiery phoenix maneuver, is reminiscent of this legend. The Phoenix carried within it 4 other vehicles, known as mecha. G1 mecha to G4 were separate components integral to the Phoenix's total structure, allowing it to reach a top speed of Mach 5. The Fiery Phoenix Maneuver, as it is called in Battle of the Planets, or Ninja Technique Firebird in the original, was only achievable whilst all 5 vehicles were together. It was a dangerous maneuver, and apparently rather painful for the Science Ninja team themselves. It consisted of venting its engine exhaust along its hull, thereby enveloping itself with a plasma field, making it appear rather like a flaming bird. This plasma field acted as a defensive field. Supposedly, the temperature reached as much as 3000 degrees Celsius. As I said, there were 4 other vehicles that were integral to the Phoenix. The first was the Summit Jet, piloted by Mark, the leader of G-Force. Its tail fin doubled as the vertical stabilizer of the Phoenix itself. It looks vaguely Space Ghost-like, doesn't it? The second was stored in the nose of the Phoenix, which opened to reveal the Spacemobile, driven by Jason. It had a top speed of 1,000 kilometers an hour, and at such a speed it would have had to have been pretty much indestructible. The 2 pods at the ends of the wings also contained vehicles. The left pod carried the Galacticycle, ridden by Princess, whose short skirt has gone down in popular legend. The motorcycle was armed with rocket launchers, and it could even skim over water. The right pod carried the Star Buggy, which was driven by the rather strange Keop. It was rather like a tank with treads, only really small. I do wonder how Princess and Keop managed to crawl to their respective vehicles. After all, those wings are rather thin. With the other vehicles deployed, the Phoenix piloted by Tiny Harper, was without its nose, minus a stabilizer, and with its wings dipped. It looked rather odd. And how did Jason get into his car? I don't see a hatch. Anyway, each vehicle had a G number. G1 was Mark's jet. G2 was Jason's car. G3 was the motorcycle of Princess. G4 was the star buggy of Keop. And G5, well, G5 was the Phoenix.